into the game. It's like so quiet.
It is so quiet. Well,
we'll turn
it's going to be quiet
okay.
anytime Kevin begins a sentence before he decides what he's going to say.
Oddly enough, that's every time I begin a sentence. I don't know how I managed to make it this far.
How you fumbled through it.
But yeah, so Wolfbrother, he had an interesting. I just put it in quotes because I liked it. I didn't change the wording at all. I think I changed the spelling a little bit, but or the capitalization. It's weird. No, so he spent a week in Vegas and he's still alive. That's his recent accomplishment.
Excellent.
You know what? Not a bad thing to be proud of.
No, I'm proud of him.
Purge, however, looks like he's very active in some of the other online leagues. He's made it to. He's been in the round of 32 in both the Chobo Star League and the Ascended Star League, a couple of other online leagues. And then I guess round of 12, so maybe there were 12 people signed up for the All Invitational.
Or he did well.
6.
But
or
yeah, 12's weird.
Doing some sort of weird bracket. I'd like to, I don't know. And I think that All Invitational thing is like, there's a streamer called Poison, and she does that.
Yes.
She's also a Michigander,
I
believe.
Oh.
Because her and like Desiree hang out.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Which is weird because Canada is not, Canada borders Michigan, but Toronto's not really that close.
I don't know if he's actually from Toronto.
Somebody in Twitch chat, if you'd be so kind.
Stalk Desiree and find out
find out where he lives.
Or I don't know that Poison's from Detroit necessarily. I think she's just from Michigan.
Because
she goes to Michigan stuff.
Oh, okay.
Events.
I was going to say I'm often there. I should probably go to some Michigan things if there are so many.
There's just been a couple in like the early part of the year. There was the Gamers Are Giving, and then there's always YumaCon, I think, which is more an anime convention, but it also has a StarCraft event tournament at it all the time, which one of our man Yoshi has played in.
Oh,
he was
that's
a YumaCon
right.
runner-up or something like that.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy. But we are in this game between Purge.
Lands are super fun.
And Wolfbrother. They are super fun. If only we could have one in Minnesota.
I know.
That's the dream. Maybe someday, but for now, got a game between, I guess, the All-Invitational team member. I think it's All-Invitational. He's our green Protoss. He is Purge. Starting off with that gateway.
And spawning at the bottom left, just having survived a week in Vegas, we have our red Terran, Wolfbrother.
I don't know if it was just a week, I don't know how recent it was, but it was like, maybe it's like a life accomplishment.
That could be.
A whole week in Vegas seems like a long time.
Yeah, I guess it depends what you do, right? Some people live there. They
yeah,
survive many weeks.
A lot of weeks. Did they live there for more than 1 week?
Yeah, there are people that work there every day. It's kind of like the situation. Your teacher lives at school, obviously.
Yeah. My mom's a teacher. I haven't seen her in like 25 years.
She sleeps under the desk.
Yeah.
Those people in Vegas, they live there too.
Have I not had the music enabled this whole whatever?
I couldn't tell you.
We haven't had these sick beats, man.
I don't know, Kev.
Production value. I'm actually the NASL sound guy. But we got something interesting coming out of Purge.
Expand.
Yeah, and then is this an Oracle follow-up by Purge?
Almost definitely. There's not really any other reason. Of course, there are mid-game, late-game sort of play that you can do with a Stargate, but you typically don't want to proxy it if you need it.
Yeah, could it be? I guess opening Void Ray is stupid, right?
Yes, opening Void Ray is stupid. If he's opening Void Ray, then he should have more gateways down like now.
Yeah.
Because there are things you can do. It's not as strong now as it used to be, but there are, and it's not great on this map. But if the natural and the main are a little bit closer together, there's some cool things you can do with Void Rays abusing cliffs.
Yeah.
But really with the kind of the ramp between the natural and the less common third to take, the one towards the Zelnaga towers. It makes it so not so good, but if there's a lot of exposed cliff to mess with, then you can be pretty good. Wolfbrother doing some really diligent scouting. Unfortunately, just coming shy.
Oh no, he's so close.
Stargate. Yep.
That is I feel like that Stargate positioning is becoming one that's just so common that you might as well always look there. I don't know. I guess I probably don't enough in my games, but I just leave if I see a proxy, so I'm like, whatever.
So that first Oracle not getting... you just leave the game. The first Oracle not getting a ton of damage done. Picks off a Marine, kills an SCV, delays a Barracks. At the end of the day, not really the damage he's wanting. Really, you want more like 3, 4, 5 kills there. Oracle production, curiously enough, though, continuing. He builds a second. He's rotating into Void Rays. He does drop the 3 gates. You need a gateway army to push with Void Rays. Yeah. Void Rays are slow. So Marines are good against them, so you need something to deal with those.
Is it going to be Zealots out of our Protoss player, or will it be...
Probably Stalkers.
Really? Yeah. I thought maybe that's a Zerg thing, Zealot Void.
Yeah, it's much better against Zergs.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, he might take a twist that we haven't seen on this, but he's in this situation where he really just... anything he can do to abuse the low tech of his opponent, because his opponent dropped that early command center, right? So he's basically on Marines and missile turrets to defend himself. Makes Stalkers really good because he can do some of this poking at the ramp without committing.
Yeah, and spotting with the Oracles, able to get, pick off a couple of useful structures.
Yeah, and if he can cancel this bunker, he's in beautiful shape.
Yeah, no target fire on the SCV, but it's really hard to click an SCV when they're really tucked into the bunker like that.
The Void Ray coming in, big warp into Stalkers.
And actually, saving
he's in beautiful shape, yep.
I liked the saving of the energy, kind of, on the Oracles to just clean up Marines.
Yep.
That was, I didn't
and he could have gone in there sooner, because really, if Wolfbrother had been able to get into that bunker and get a repair going, he might have been able to hold that. That was a really tough situation to be in, right? He just... Purge pushed just, 20 seconds before Wolfbrother was going to be feeling really good to defend that. But if he was able to hold the bunker, if he was able to get a missile turret up, get a mass repair going on the bunker and get 4 Marines in it, he would have had okay damage. He could have maybe picked off Oracles, stuff like that. But if he had popped the Oracles a little bit sooner, tried to push in and clean everything up all at once, he might have had a hero push there. A really good game, really good push out of Purge. Showed good follow-up for not getting a ton of damage done. Sometimes players, when they do something like proxy a Stargate and the Oracle doesn't work out, they freak out. They're like, I killed 1 SCV, I lost the game.
Yeah.
But he did a good job of having a pretty clever follow-up there and still taking advantage, and Wolfbrother just not able to really get up to speed, and push that away normally.
So... It is not dire yet for Wolfbrother. He does have another another game to go. We will be heading on to Vani Research Station, another map I think really popular for proxy shenanigans. Mostly Stargates, though. In my thoughts, would you echo the same proxy?
Yeah, I mean, there are tons of places to hide things. So it's absolutely good for that. I don't know. I'm such a boring PvT player right now. I blink, defend, and then I do something.
And then you make Colossus and hope you get to High Templar before they pull the boys and
exactly
and off you go. Or okay. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like sometimes though when a map is so obvious to proxy on, especially like this, Vani Research Station's like, I've got a backdoor expansion. I'm gonna take it all the time, right? And then everyone's like, well, he's gonna, it's the back and forth between you should do it because you should do it, but you shouldn't do it because they know you should do it. And let's not get any deeper, but your mind's gonna get blown right now. And so yeah, it's one of those where like I feel like I don't want to like say coin flippy as to like whether or not the proxy is a good choice. I guess the proxy is kind of always a coin flip, right? Unless you're a man playa and you show us that you can do it every single game and do pretty damn good.
Every single game. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Playa's been doing. I'd like to see his new builds.
Yeah.
Can't wait until we get into some of his games. See if he still proxies a gateway.
Yeah. Dude, I think if Playa suddenly just like blink stalker all in every game, especially like really good, in the Midwest Cup where like the high level, like the couple of the high level players that, play repeatedly and they're like, you learn each other's style and then suddenly it's like, nah, Nah, man.
Right, yeah, because it's
Time
one
to
thing
get
when you're
wrecked.
like, what of the 100 players am I going to play against the ladder? But it's another thing playing a best of 3, best of 5.
Yeah. So we've got our green Protoss. He is in the bottom side of Vonnie Research Station. Will he proxy again? He is Purge. This could be his last game if he manages to get a successful win here.
Thanks for that, Kevin. And spawning at the top, down 1-0, our red Terran Wolfbrother.
I feel like your thanks was not terribly sincere.
No, Kevin. Say it ain't so.
So Wolfbrother smelling a CC first. Kind of. Yeah,
He is banking some
CC
minerals.
first. That's
He should. This is a great map for it. It's a little bit more difficult against Protosses, but it's absolutely possible. This is a pretty good one for being able to hold, as with all early Terran defenses against Protoss all in, you're going to be relying on bunkers. So this is a really good map for that. There's not any way to blink intelligently into the natural. So, I mean, unless you can do like a 1-base 4-gate all-in blindly, and you can probably probably kill your opponent if you know they're going to go CC first, but without anticipating it.
Yeah, it's also kind of a map that's just so big that by the time you scout your opponent,
right,
you have to decide on what you're doing anyway. Like you have to, I guess you could choose whether or not to proxy Stargate, I suppose, because yeah. But like if you're choosing, you know what, I'm going to go Nexus first.
Right.
You're not going to... Purge did not do that in this game, but if you're going like Nexus first or a Town Hall first, I guess if you will, you're not gonna punish your opponent that did another similarly greedy build. And so we'll see. I mean, Wolfbrother this time being real diligent about following around this probe, keeping track of where those probes are. He doesn't want to have another proxy Stargate kind of mess with him. Even though last time it really didn't. I mean.
He built a missile turret anyway. I'm curious to see if he does that again, if that's just something he always does, right? He's like, oh, yeah. I hit 6 minutes, I'm going to drop 2 missile turrets.
It very well could be. I mean, some people just say, I'm going to be better safe than sorry, and I'm going to... Especially when you're a little bit lower league, you can say... You can cut a corner or two, but if you stick with if you don't get
you're
supply
often
blocked,
not going to lose the game because of that 75
yeah,
minerals.
if you don't get supply blocked, if you keep on... And I know we heard a little bit out of game where Wolfbrother was... kind of pining over, I guess he had a supply block or two that he was a little frustrated about.
The classic 18-18 supply block.
That's the Kevin special. Also the 28 out of 28 is that's my number. But Purge, I mean, picking up an SCV, I guess all that means is that Wolfbrother still hasn't seen what Purge has done. Maybe Purge is still going for a greedy Nexus first. The Terran doesn't know. However, 3 gateways, this is Blink.
Yeah, he's in fact already researching Blank.
I'm an idiot. All right.
You're all right. But yeah, so we are looking at Blank. Blank, he is going up to 4 gates, which means he might just want to break this. Of course, as most people know, off 1 base, Protoss can support 4 gateways. If he gets up to 16, which he is, he's cut probes at 16. He's dropping a mothership core for higher ground vision. And he's got 4 gates coming. I would love to see him get a couple of more stalkers out before warp gate finishes, but regardless, this should be a pretty strong push, and it's just a matter of whether or not Wolfbrother is able to see this coming, right? If he can stay diligent in his scouting, because really what he wants is he wants a second bunker to protect his production. You know, and ideally, if you know it's coming before that, then you drop a couple of Marauders.
Yeah, and really, I guess you can pretty much bunker up, like 2 bunkers will kind of cover the north and south a little bit, and Purge could run in the back line a little bit, but then you're kind of suiciding by that point now. You're going all in, even more so. I mean, you're dedicated. So we'll see is this Blink Stalker attack really can be successful or not. I'm not really sure myself.
He's pulling SCVs right away, which is perfect. He really just needs to repair the bunker. The supply depot's sad.
Oh no, oh no.
What?
I think he attacked his own bunker.
Oh, snap.
Well, that's not a misclick you want. I think he might have some tournament jitters, to be honest.
Yeah.
It sounds like Wolfbrother was the one that, you know, in between games he's a little bit flustered by his play of the previous game.
Pulling all the boys, which is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
He is drawing away some good aggro from them. Time Warp goes down. The SCV pull is going to push these back. They're blinking onto the low ground. If he's able to kill the Mothership Core, he's going to feel a little bit better. Very good job. He's dropped the bunker early. He's got another one at the ramp.
But as it is right now, I mean, I'm seeing 10 Stalkers to 7 Marines.
Right.
Yes, with those Marines in a bunker, they can definitely do a lot more work, but
it's not looking great.
Yeah.
Really good timing here. Staying on one base, as every Protoss should.
really, you should just not even hotkey your Nexus, right? No. But Purge just showing that he has a good understanding of.
Right, yeah, I mean, he
how those
scouted that it
one-base
was
attacks
an early expansion, right? He got a good, and he reacted appropriately. He's like, hey, I can probably make a one-base blink all-in work, and he's doing that in pretty convincing fashion right now.
And now Wolfbrother just kind of scanning his opponent to see what even happened, you know? Was that
Right.
off of 2 bases? Was that 1 base all in? Was that, you know, and a little bit of desperation, a little bit of sadness. But so it goes. I think that results in our player Wolfbrother getting knocked down out of the tournament. But hey, it wasn't really a 2-0 out. He did get a win over Lurk. So not poorly played. A well I don't know, well fought day.